when we were going through the story yesterday, and I was asking like, oh, where's this, Azalea Town? I'm gonna keep saying Azalea Town, like it's just stuck in my head. Gen 2 Pokemon is my go-to. And so I'm like, what are they? An island? And I totally spaced on the fact that literally the whole main menu here is a map. now I do wish that we could scroll out of the map, but what I did do, I know the game's gonna act a little freaky here. I went and I found the entire world map, or at least this region map. So we can actually, take a look at this and compare kind of where we are, and we can kind of get our bearings as to who's doing what, who's going where, and all that. So if we scroll in here, so like here's where we're going. I think this is where our dad is king here in Caliban. So Gritania down here. So now we can see like Haven is the spot we've been fighting over with these people up here. So we can clearly see that there's a border dispute. So these guys want the area. There's kind of a loose claim by Gritania. So now that we have this, we can kind of get a better comparison of like where people are, what their whole idea is, and all that. So that'll be cool. That'll be nice and handy. But other than that, I didn't get a great chance to figure out what I want to do with classes. I had a super busy day at work today. Typically it's dead. Today was super busy. I had to shoot all day for a local college. And by that, I mean a commercial. I shot a commercial, okay? This is not the time to say I shot up a college. That would be awful. That's like the worst thing. There's so many bad, like videography terminology. Like we have shotgun mics. Half the time I'm like, yeah, just point the shotgun at him. And people who don't know what's going on, they're like, huh? Like, no, it's a mic. Trust me. Alrighty. Alrighty. So, we got 3 promotions we got to do, right? Gwyn is easy. Gwyn is the easy one. We can get her out of the way. She's Gallant. There's no other option. There are options, but for me, there's no other option. The only one that's potentially I would consider going is Devoted here, which is just kind of a cool looking class. I'll be honest, I still need to figure out exactly how Light Block is working. I didn't get a chance to pose a question in the Discord, so if anyone here knows exactly how this works, like, with 17 stacks of Light Block, does that essentially block, like, what is that, is that 225 damage? See, that's what I mean. Like, how many, like, what, 17 stacks of Light Block, and if one stack of Light Block for one attack received, damage taken reduced, is that doing multiple attacks, or is that just blocking a shit ton of damage for one attack? Not exactly sure. Crit plus 8 per status effect on target, and like that's a pretty cool effect. Honestly, we already have Nightblade, so Valeria is already Nightblade. And honestly, Valeria, I was thinking about this too after I ended the stream last night, is like, in the demo, Valeria was like my girl. Valeria was like my go-to for getting kills. And what I realized is that now that we're playing on harder difficulty, enemies are going to have a lot more defense, and her attack, her might isn't all that great. She can double a lot, but she's not really hitting enemies very hard. So there's that. But yeah, Gwyneth Gallant. So drop a banner on adjacent tile for 1 turn, increase power by 5 for allies within 2 tiles. She can also push enemies away, and she deals more damage to enemies above 50% HP. So she's going to be our, she's going to be our melee defensive unit. Her fortitude clearly sucks. I do have a slight way to work around this. So let's do that. We're going to go Gallant. Now, for Arthur. Arthur was interesting. I was thinking about him, how I wanted to work this. I think what I did in the demo was I went Scholar, and I ended up making Alden a Warlock. We already have an Aegis. Alden is our Aegis, so we don't really need that. Scholar seems fine, but I think I want to do Geomancer. For one, this is the farthest distance heal that we would have access to. So it would kind of make him a secondary healer. Actually, what does this do to his... How are we determining? I mean, your power is crazy high. What are we figuring that off of? Is that just off of might? Yeah, that's just off of might. So, like, Geomancer, he's already going to be doing a ton of damage. Now, the two things that it does, like I said, it gives us a third healer, and one of the things that I did say is I want another, like, off healer. We also have additional light block here. Spending mana applies 4 light block to 2 allies within 2 tiles, which is really great. But also, that would give us Mana Star Surge, summon an ally from up to 5 tiles away, and deal 17 damage to enemies adjacent to the ally's original tile, which would be very handy for example, getting Gwyn out of a situation where she's going to get nailed by a bunch of mages. And it's just cool. So I think we're going to do this. But I think we are. The downside is that Mana Star Surge is very expensive. This does mean that we're going to rely a lot less on his original ability, which I forgot what it was called. Was it like Lunar Ray or something like that? I don't know. We're going to rely on that a bit less. But I think that this is a decent way to go. He has a ton of power, so if we can get him some speed, we're not going to need it. He's just going to be doubling everything. Saxon, I haven't gotten a chance to look at, so we're going to try and decide this here and figure out what I want to do with Saxon. Ideally, I think I would like him to be kind of a mixed class, because I don't want to be stuck again with just a ton of melee units all together. So if I can give him some casting ability, that would be nice. So let's see here. Apply 9 heavy weak stacks up to 5 enemies in a line, which is a more defensive thing. Switch damage type to magical. You do extra damage to weakened enemies. So ideally, you're setting up weakened. But having access to magic damage, like, this is nice, right? Because right now, we only have... Yeah, we only have Arthur that can do magic damage. Okay. So this is a potential. Actually, can you weaken? No, none of your stuff weakens. Right? What's your first tier abilities? No, he can apply weaken. Okay, so there's a little bit of synergy there. Okay, so let's potentially thinking about Gale. Conduit. This would make him like a real mage. Like, we're talking real casting. Deal 17 damage, chains up to 3 enemies within 2 tiles, heal an ally for 39, apply light stun if they have more than 11 health. Mana usage within 2 tiles increases crit by 6 until next crit. I don't know that I want to take him off melee, though. What do we have for Jillian? Creates an icy spider for 1 turn, blocking movement. I don't know exactly how useful that is. Apply 5 severe block stacks. For 2 attacks received, damage taken reduced by 4. Gain 5 power and accuracy while block is active. Okay, so this is more just a straightforward kind of defensive melee unit. I'm not necessarily sure that that is what I want to do. Then we have Monk. Elevates the unit's key state, raising advanced stats by 7. So that'd be power, accuracy, crit. I mean, that's pretty good. Send a bolt of energy at enemy within 3 tiles, dealing 17 damage. Attacks by 5 heavy weak stacks. Excuse me. For 2 attacks, damage reduced by 5. Honestly, Monk is maybe the way I want to go. That does give me a ranged attack that I can use. The downside is his defense goes way down, but we have the mana charged key for that because we're going to be getting dodge. And we're just going to be like hitting like a truck. The downside is that this is a green ability. right? And green means that it's going to take our turn. So basically the first turn we use it for defense. Gale is pretty cool, though. But I'm thinking that this might be the way to go. Let me think about this for a minute. Increase accuracy, slightly increases crit and dodge. He's so fast, so we can get a lot of doubles in. So also the other potential downside is, man, as good as Monk is, I feel like Gale is actually correct. I'm so torn. No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go Monk. I'm going to go Monk. Because these aren't going to be the only units we get. We're going to get more units, so we're likely going to get another caster. Or another mana type user. I think this is better for now. I do still have the downside that I don't have a lot of magic damage. But if I can get him hitting like a truck, I think we have a winner here. Commit. Okay, now we can upgrade here. What do I want to upgrade, though? That is the question. Reardon probably needs some help. Now, can this be used? Oh, right. These are just used to... Right, okay. So I can choose any of these, and it uses this upgrade material. Increases defense reduction. Increases mana... Reduces the mana cost. Increases damage mastery. Technically, I do like this one the best, but it raises the mana cost up to 75, which is crazy. So I want to increase the damage. I mean, that's not much damage. Let's see. What else do we have? What else do we want to do? What has been very helpful? What can I do here? Reduce the cost. Heals. Ooh, casting heals the user for 8. Mana cost and stats reduced by 50%. Well, I don't think I want to reduce the stats. That seems awful. But I guess the thing is you can use it more often. Gonna give myself heal. We're also gonna give him. We're gonna make him a little bit more self-sustaining, which I think is gonna help out our other casters. Increase the mana cost, the ability. That could be nice. Supplies light poison, increase mastery scaling. Heals the user for 5. Let's reduce the mana cost. Reduces mana cost. I think I want that. Increase the range. No, I don't really care about increasing range, I don't think. Increases weak stacks. Yeah, I want to reduce the costs so that way we can use it more often. Because I did get in situations where I didn't have enough mana a couple times, and actually I should probably work on reducing Valeria's heal cost. Increase the number of stacks applied. I don't think that matters that much. Increase the range might be useful. Oh, I think I like this. I like self-heals. I like having access to potential self-heals. Hey, what's going on, alright? How you doing, buddy? Mana cost and heal. Oh, I can't even do this. Anyway, crap! Frick! So I used to do it for quite a while. Yeah, I strained. I think it was like just shy of 7 hours. The last chapter 4 killed me. I think I was on that for maybe 2.5 hours. It wasn't even. Yeah, we're gonna reduce the cost here. It wasn't even that the level was super difficult. The first like time or two I tried it, I got myself in some sticky situations and I lost a unit. But the like once I got up to like the 5th time, it wasn't a problem. Like getting through the level wasn't a problem. The learning curve was learning how the AI works. Because what was happening is that I had trained myself over the previous 3 maps to like pull in 1 or 2 units at a time by staying at the edge of their range, pull them in, and then so that way the other units wouldn't see me and they wouldn't, come in and attack me. But because chapter 4 has a bunch of allied units that comes in and assists you, and they have a lot, I'm assuming that they have lesser stats than we do. Basically, the AI works where it's just going to go, where am I most likely to get a kill? And like 9 times out of 10, that was an ally unit. So what I was doing is staying like on the edge of where the enemies could attack me, which was making me go slower across the map. And the enemy AI just wouldn't target me anyway. So I could have been pushing forward. And so the second to last time I tried it, I got like very close to the end because I had to get to a point and seize the throne in order to end the mission. And because I didn't move fast enough, I didn't have enough movement to get there on the final turn. And the AI screwed me because they completely blocked my path. It was basically like there was a 3-space gap and then there were walls on either side. The enemies was in all 3, and then the AI sat themselves in front, and I had no range attacks to get to them. So I was just stuck. I couldn't do anything. I was kind of pissed off about that one. But we got there in the end. Okay, we're good. The only other thing that I could potentially do... Oh, can I reduce the cost of this by 15? Caster's healed for a percentage. Increases the range. The range would be helpful. Mana cost and tiles reduced. No. I don't want tiles. Reduce the cost of mana by 15. That's great. That's so much better than 70. Okay. And last thing we got to look at here. So we got to look at weapon. Actually, it's technically not last thing, but we'll figure this out. This is more power, more crit, same accuracy. Okay, that's just strictly an upgrade. Now who is getting this? More accuracy, a little bit more weight. More power. So I think that this is better here. Saxon, you're fine with what you have. Gwyn, we're fine. We don't have any axes. We don't have any bows. Okay. Now the downside here is I'm not going to do the rings. These rings are going to take me a long time to like look at and figure out. We can take a quick look, see if anything stands out. Master increased by 1 for every current 10. Defense and fortitude, +4 when below half 8. That's actually really good. But these, I want to be careful because the emeralds are they're super expensive. And while I have all of these listed, it's not like I can make all of them. Okay. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and save over this chapter. And we're finally going to jump in to chapter 5. Oh, I also, if anybody is here that was there last night, that, and if you remember, just because I double checked the footage, there was a time where it was it was in the very like first 2 or 3 turns where I had Riordan, at the very left from the spawn, fighting the witch, the mage that was down there. And there was the melee guy that was guarding the loot room that came up and I didn't see him. And I thought I was going to live at 1, but he ended up dying and I didn't understand why he died. He had a heavy bleed on him and that's why. So he got to 1, combat ended and I thought he lived and then he died to the bleed tick. And I was like, oh, yep, that makes sense. Alrighty. Let's go. We got some dialogue to get through here.
Located
We gotta talk to our daddy-o.
at the center of Verroa, the city-state has long been the home of the Order of Eternals. Its central position and nigh impenetrable defenses have made it a key strategic location, granting the Order easy access to much of Verroa and preventing the larger nations from attacking. Here, Irving, Grand Master of the Order, awaits his children's return.
Home sweet home. And just look at that view. It almost
Makes up for the climb. We know, Reardon.
Oh, come on. At least let me finish the bit.
But it's the same bit every time.
And I mean it every time, too.
It's beautiful. You live here?
Sure do. And you will, too, if Father gives you the go-ahead.
Speaking of, let's not keep him waiting, hmm?
Agreed. Come on, everyone.
You may enter.
We're home!
Ah, what a pleasant surprise. I didn't expect you kids back for a while yet.
They were in a rush. No doubt to get back to their dear father, right?
Right. We were beside ourselves, honestly.
Reardon! It's good to see you, Father, truly.
Likewise. I missed you all dearly. If not for my duties, I would have traveled alongside you, but...
As if that isn't always the case.
Are you aware of what happened in Gritania?
I am. Your report, please.
Right.
I see. No doubt this is all merely the prelude to some
Deeper.
greater
Okay.
ambition.
I'll answer that in a
What
second,
about
Carlo.
this plan the council spoke of?
We got a lot
It
of
was
dialogue
I
to get
who
through.
told the council in Haven.
But I'll address that
Helping
after
unify
the
Britannia.
cutscene.
In a sense, you succeeded in doing so, but at great cost.
I'm sorry, Father. I had to make a decision, and
You did the best you could, Gwyn. Few could navigate that crisis as you did. You should be proud.
I'm honestly still not sure that's true. But thank you.
Hang on, you wanted us to unify Gritania? Doesn't that violate our oaths?
Peace, Arthur. If this were an official mission, I'd have said something. I just figured you could lend a hand.
You still could have warned us. Gwen was practically tearing her hair out, stressing about it.
Perhaps, but I had my reasons. You needn't question all my decisions, Reardon. That aside, do you still have the artifact from the ruins?
Oh, I'd nearly forgotten in all the chaos. Yes, it's right here.
Not sure what this is meant to be. Alden?
This is a Sylvan ward, almost certainly part of a network. Somehow it overloaded, likely causing the disturbances Saxon reported.
Is that so? I've been getting reports of the same thing happening all along the border of the Towering Weald.
If the phenomena aren't localized, then perhaps the entire network's gone haywire.
It's possible. What can we do about it, though? Not like the Sylvans will just let us in.
Unless we don't need an invitation anymore. Right, Father?
Right. Ordinarily, the wards make travel through the Weald impossible. But now, we can walk right in.
Then in that case, what's our plan?
Well, there's only one person who could have built these wards. His name is Kamari, and he practically rules the Sylvans. He's likely already investigating this as we speak.
You want us to help them? They'll never work with outsiders.
They will if they believe the situation is dire, and Asverell is right next door. They'll need any help they can get.
It's risky, but something must be done, lest the magic destabilize entirely. That could be disastrous.
In that case, let's make this your next mission. You'll be given reinforcements as well, although it would seem you've already made a new friend without me.
The name's Saxon, sir.
Come now. If these three trust you, then you're a friend. And no friend of mine will call me sir.
Funny. Gwen said the same thing.
Saxon here is the adept mentioned in my report. He wants to...
Join the Order? Of course. There's still some spare quarters open for him, and we can handle the paperwork later. Welcome to the Order, kid.
Really? Just like that? Thank you, Grandmaster. I mean, thank you, Irving.
Isn't there usually a process to this?
What, you want a trial? I trust your judgment. In fact, let's cut out the middleman, Next time, you can make that call yourself. Consider it a promotion.
A promotion? To what?
To a rank that doesn't exist yet. I'll handle that paperwork when I handle Saxon's.
But
You've proven you can make good decisions, even under extreme pressure. That's enough for me. Now, dismissed. Go get some rest while you can. You leave tomorrow morning.
And I'd already been planning my whole week.
Call it a rain check. Come on, let's go get some food. I'm starving.
Irving, they deserve to know everything.
I told you before, Alden. I'll tell them when they're ready.
From where I'm standing, they seem plenty ready to me.
I know, and I disagree. As Grand Master, and as their father, it's my call to make.
If you say so.
Yes, the old withholding information until it's too late situation. Oh, now this is all 100% new.
Yes, Gwyn. Something is definitely the matter.
That is a new unit.
And what might that be?
We have a new Gallant.
When Father said he
Or
was
gallant.
sending reinforcements, I didn't think he'd be sending... that.
Who? Me?
What
Who
a...
else would he send? If I were my dad, I wouldn't trust anyone besides Benji to keep Benji safe.
What a goof.
See? See what I mean?
I don't know. I kind of like him.
Thanks, man. I kinda like you too.
Hey, that's the spirit. See, Arthur? He's a friend. You don't have anything mean to say about my friend, do you?
That a son of Benji's would possess the same gifts as his father is no shock, but you are truly the spitting image of the man.
Wow. I would never spit on an image of the great Benji the Second. The fact you would says a lot about your character, old-timer.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are they talking about? Okay. He's kind of a returning
Three.
unit. Yeah,
Though,
so he's
truthfully, I
a
never met
junior,
the
right?
progenitor Benji.
Or he's a third?
That said, I can imagine what he might have been.
He's the son of a Benji, so probably Benji. So I'm assuming
Probably
Benji
not.
was a character from
Pops
the first game.
told me he was unimaginably strong. And I sure can't, so he was right.
I can't imagine why.
Exactly my point. See? You ought to listen to Benji more often. Nobody's got more insight about the best-in-class family than Benji the Third.
Oh my god, is that really their last name?
Really.
You know, maybe you
Best in
should.
class?
Arthur's real shy, but he loves history.
Reardon?
Really? Well, that's great. It all started back in Red Hill, ancestral homeland of the best-in-class clan.
Hold that thought. There's trouble up ahead.
Oh, thank heavens.
Hello, Santiago. How's it going?
What in the world?
Oh,
Why
is
are they
this my elf
fighting?
girl?
Who knows?
Be the elf girl.
Sylvan
Be
politics
the
are
elf
pretty
girl.
hard to look into.
A fight? There's a fight? Wait, where's the fight?
Quiet down, you damn fool! You'll get us!
Not to worry, team. I'll lead the charge. Time for a Benji brawl!
Spotted.
Nothing for it but to get in there and hope they don't kill the guy before we do.
Bad news! Benji has already been defeated! This has never happened before.
Silence.
That is not an elf girl.
Upon our
It's
realm,
very much the opposite.
and in doing so have disrupted a sacred blood feud. The penalty for this is death.
Oh wait, isn't this the guy we were looking for?
Phew. That's good, because Benji is unkillable.
Come now, that's enough of that.
Oh, that's an elf
Clearly
girl.
confused. You there, is this man one of yours?
She
He
sounds
is,
kind of mean.
And he's certainly confused, in a sense at least. We mean you no harm.
Your kind oft say such things. Rarely do your actions match your word. I will take no chances.
I said that's enough! Release the poor thing that we might send them on their way.
Such that they may wreak havoc upon our home? No. I will do no such thing.
This is what I was worried about. Everyone get ready for a fight.
And so their true intentions are laid bare. Man ever expects war wheresoever he treads. Where he does not find it, he makes it. You will find the Sylvans are no easy opponents.
Astounding. What manner of magic is he conjuring?
This is no magic of mine.
Nor is it mine. It sounds like a...
Oh! Yeah, that's a lot.
Another one. You are in luck, humans. We no longer have time to waste on you. Flee, lest the beasts trample you in their wake.
Not a chance. We'll fight them with you. Maybe then you'll hear us out.
We'd appreciate any aid you can provide. But be wary, this is no simple foe.
Neither is Benji. I am an incredibly complicated foe.
Actually, Benji may be the simplest foe there is.
What they mean to say is that we're up to the challenge.
If you are not, you will die in place of our own people. This is acceptable.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Holy, all right, we finally get to fight. Jesus. Let's see. So what was I answering? Oh yeah. Carlos asked. I thought the first one was okay, but a little undercooked. Is the leveling ended deeper? So in all fairness, I have never played the first one. As far as like leveling goes, I suppose it depends on what you mean. Like the leveling is pretty standard for what you would expect in this kind of game, right? If you mean like class builds, the builds seem interesting. So each promotion has 4 different versions, and there's no necessarily like tree, so you can go from any of the first tier promotions into any of the second tier promotions. There's I don't know how many weapons there are, but there's a weapon system. Each weapon can have 2 runes on it. I didn't do my runes. Frick. God dang it. How many runes do I have? Oh, no runes. I have runes for I have 1 rune for a focus. Okay, I have a few runes here, so let's actually do this real quick. I feel like Cassandra probably should have accuracy. Riordan, you should have more power? Crit. Power. I like consistency. And then Saxon, I think we should go power. Maybe crit. I'm gonna go crit. So basically the way it works is we find these runes. I don't know if like how the system fully works, but each of these runes, because like Gwyn's here, when I had Gwyn, it's now an Alden. I had a bunch more options. So I'm not sure what dictates like how many options you have, because those are very simple. I remember for this one that I had in here, there were a bunch of different options. And to be honest, I don't even remember what this one is set to. I kind of wish I could. Can I see? Oh, weight -2. That's what it is. There we go. So there's that. So every weapon can have 2 runes on it. And these can all be extracted. It does cost a little bit of gold, but you can then take this. I don't think it will stay a slim rune. I think it'll just turn into a sword rune, and then you can put it either on some other weapon, or you could probably change it. I'm assuming. Don't quote me on that, though, because gold is... If gold wasn't super hard to come by, I would definitely test it. Although I could probably just test it and then reload the save. There's also a million of these rings. So as you go through, you're going to get these crafting gems. Each character can have 2 rings, and just, you know, to give you an idea of how many different types of rings there are, there's a million of them. So through the course of the game, I'm assuming we're going to get a bunch more of these. We can also buy them in the shop. There's all these different crystals, but they're clearly very expensive, so I haven't bought any of them. So I don't know how that compares, but it seems pretty cool. Change the weapon system from the first game. This is much more than the first game. Okay, cool. I mean, in general, from everything that I've heard from people who are who have played the first one, they've basically all said this game is just like a step up in every single category. The map systems in general, man, I saw a video today on YouTube. Someone put a compilation together of all the maps from the first game. Some of those are rough. All right. Meditate by the pond. So I guess I just have to stand in these blue tiles. Where's the third one? There's 1, 2. Unless I just have to meditate for 3 turns or have 3 units meditate there. Maybe that's it. Maybe I have to have 3 units meditate there. I also don't know what this is. And then, oh, accept the shrine challenge. Oh, I'm a dingus. Okay. Wow, these guys are close and ready to fight. Impassable. So the tree is impassable. The thicket gives fortitude, but these guys are all physical. Except for the tree. The tree is magical. So there's more trees up here. So we're gonna swap these two. Alden's gonna go up this way. I'm assuming I'm gonna get to control these. I sure hope so. Okay. Let's get her going. So you see here we get dagger rune, sword rune. So this is just like a general rune that you can pop into a sword and then you can choose what you want from it, which is actually, I actually really like that system. So that way you don't have to spend your time like trying to hunt down specific runes. We got to survive 8 turns. Okay, well that's easier than getting to a place in 8 turns. Now, let's see. What do we have here? We got a lot of units that can get to us. Basically these 4. 5, excuse me. I can't count. So ideally, let's see. Ideally, we would be able to take out this tree. Okay, that's like no damage.
If I have to.
How much damage can we do here? Not that much. Okay, so I need to hit you with some magic. So we got to get Arthur in here.
We need to move.
Which even then, I'm only hitting you for 17. We could Lunar Reeve, just hit you for a flat 20. Which brings you to 23.
I'll see it done.
I'd have to do 4 more damage. The problem is you're just doing me so much damage on the way back.
Time to ride.
This can do 16 apiece. So 16 for, let's see, 43 minus 16, that brings us down 7, 27, 20.
Right.
Oh my god, that's a godsend turn. we're already just scamming the game. So actually, we're gonna go here. Wait. Yeah, no. This is fine. So I can also hit him. And then we got you down to 11. Oh, well, that's why that's shit. That's why that's shit. Okay. Alden's got to help out here. We got to assist here. I didn't realize that Arthur couldn't get one space farther.
Brutal. Orders.
So the thing is, if I move right now, the bear can only really attack Alden. Like if I end up moving everybody. Like, here's a pretty clean kill. Wolfie Wolf. Nice. All right, we got to get Riordan his coin.
Hey, finders keepers, right? Be gone.
Okie dokie.
I don't think there's any way she can get this. Yeah, no. That's too dangerous. That's too dangerous. Actually, can she get... Yeah, she can get attacked from there. I would prefer she not. I gotta worry about what these bears are doing.
Okie dokie.
And let's just... I'm gonna be honest, I didn't realize that I could actually select these characters. I know that's weird. I thought they were just kind of going to go by themselves. Heal up to 3 allies in a line for 23, applies 3 light bleed stacks. If the heal isn't a full, apply 7 severe bleed stacks, chaining 2 additional targets within 2 tiles. Hex an enemy applying heavy weak stacks. That is probably the most beneficial. This thing is going to be a problem, though. What can you do? Attack with your pet. Stealing 100 gold if the foe is killed. Hello. That is great. Your hyena laughs. Unnerving enemies and applying 7 light weak stacks for up to 4 enemies within 2 tiles. Attack with your pet, dealing 10 and applying heavy bleed. Oh my god. Did he do the same thing in the first game? Second win is great. Okay, let's drop a banner. We're going to set up a kill to get some gold. Oh, you mother... Stupid goddamn bear. Benji is Benji. That's the answer I was kind of expecting. That Benji is Benji. Wait, why do I have 3 hits? Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, because I double and the monk... Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, Roridan, you might be getting kicked out, bud. You got some competition. All you do is make weapons slightly better, and then she's got a gold snatching monkey. I'll take the gold snatching monkey any day, and she's an elf girl, so we got that on you. What do? You complain about stairs. Oh, you dolt. You went after the tank instead of the mage? And she's fat? Yeah, see, that's the thing is like... Oh my god, and she dot. Okay. Zanel? We're gonna have to learn your name. I think you're gonna become the mainstay. Holy frick, he hits like a truck. These new units are bonkers. Holy shit, that's a lot of trees. Alright, time to cause some global warming. Let's cut down some trees. Oh my god, dang. There's a million, billion, jillion trees. Well...
Time to ride.
So if we do this...
Let me handle this.
Is my brain broken? I could have sworn blue was the one that I could attack after. Clearly this is better though. So that means that ability is far better than I thought it was.
Remind me not to get on your bad side.
Yeah, I do have to worry a little bit about them. So basically they can both move to here, which means that this line, these two spaces basically, so these are both okay squares. So I'm going to bring Arthur over here to heal.
We can't stop now.
Right, but he can attack here.
I'll protect you.
So let's heal here first. We attack with our stupid, dumb wolf. Who cares about a wolf when we have monkeys? Also, Alden's technically a mage. The bear was confused why the scrawny mage summoned a suit of armor. Hey, I'm confused by that too. But I'm not going to say no to it because it's cool. Cool factor is definitely a thing. Oh, what is her... let's see. No, that's not one. Unit info. Command pet damage. Holy mother. Follow-up attacks regenerate 5 mana. Not only that. So, I would have to compare stats. She's fast as fuck, boy. She gets back mana. She has monkeys. And thigh supremacy. So, yeah. Just all-around best character. Except that she can't kill a tree, so she sucks. To 4 enemies within 2 tiles. So unfortunately that would only be these. Unless I did something stupid and came up here. That would be really dumb. So I could push this unit back, but does that even really do anything? Actually, it kind of blocks off the this weird route here, depending on when they decide to go. And it applies vulnerable, so I might be able to kill on an attack back.
Let's rock. Hold still for a moment.
They will know fear. Your death awaits.
So let's weaken this guy. This is fine. Frick! That was an awful trade.
Always moving.
So now I definitely can't get the kill. Okay, we'll just go for regular attack.
Ha! Diddly do.
Who hasn't gone yet? Oh, Alden, you haven't gone yet, buddy.
Good call.
That's potentially a little troublesome. If they decide to come up and fight me. Only one of them can fight me.
I'm here, don't worry.
Dodge it. Dude, Alden looks sweet. Look at his getup. He might be the coolest looking. I don't know. It's tough to beat Alden. It's tough to beat Alden. Alden's suit of armor is pretty badass. Oh yeah, get killed. Get killed.
Let's put it to good use. Cover for me.
Well,
I
shit.
can't take any more.
Okay, that's why we don't move there. That's why we don't move.
Caliban.
Okay. Luckily, we can skip all this. Unfortunately, it's cut up into a million pieces of dialogue, though, so I have to skip a couple different ones. Okay. Okay, so let's not do that again. I wasn't accounting for these units at the start there. Okay, so
Let's get it done.
I still like Saxon starting here with the Call of the Storm. Get some good damage off on everybody.
Too easy.
Which allows us to get this guy out of here, so we don't have to worry about him. And that's a lot of damage that we don't have to account for anymore.
Right.
This, I think, is just a much cleaner turn 1. I mean, just in terms of this so far. So we can do a similar thing we did before.
Stand together.
Set up here for the monkey.
Devours.
Never mind, he's dead.
You are already forgotten.
Don't be too harsh.
Let's see. Can we do anything here to this tree? No, not really. And the problem is he's a one-range magical. What about up here? Can we get a kill here? Didn't think so.
Always moving.
Problem is they're both one range, so I think what I'm actually going to do...
We need to move.
is weaken the bear.
Take me. My will made
Never mind. This is just crit crit rounds all over the place, which I mean, I'm not going to complain about. So hopefully next turn we can come here and just get this done. Now, what would I like to do here? Erden, it would be helpful if you could do something. I think, honestly, I'm just going to save... I'll have your Orden down here in case they need a hand. Don't... Oh, you frickin' bear, man. Crit time? Still, 20 damage, no joke. This is tough. This is a lot of enemies. So, how do we kill as many as possible? You can only put this in adjacent areas. And adjacent. Increasing power 3 within 2 tiles. I can't do that anyway. No, I can do that. Because I'm thinking if I put it here, 2 tile range is here, 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 here. Hit here, would hit here. Would hit here. So, I mean, we could really do some damage, I think.
Let me at him. Stand together.
I'm not going to have mana for quite a few turns. I need to hold on to my casters. So I think ideally...
I can do this.
I'm thinking, do I need you up here? You have 59%. Oh, I can't even do anything to you. Because I'm thinking... This guy's going to be tough. I can't kill him. I wish I could get the kill here with Benji. But I think I want to be able to heal with Cassandra. And I can't put him over here to block this way. Which is going to be a problem because this guy can come down here. So then ideally, I'm putting everyone farther this direction. And this is adjacent anyway.
We need to move.
Okay, let's set up with this.
It's us or them.
So then we can get the kill here.
Benji never loses.
Let's see here.
They will know fear.
So I can already double the bear. Oh man, oh man, if I was... I don't want to put her in range of this guy though.
On the path.
It's 12, that's not enough. So let's do this. Let's give her more speed. Hey, well look who it is. Sword and Axe LLC. Welcome. Very nice game. Been very sword. Hey, chapter 4. Chapter 4 was a thing. It took me a long time last night. Trying to get through, just trying to get to the end in the correct amount of turns. That was tough. So we can come up here. Sit. Oh, we're still short? Wait, are we really not that fast? 16. 12. Oh my god, we're still not that fast.
Always moving.
I think this might be fine. Oh no, but then, yeah, then he's a problem. Frick. And then Cassandra's kind of screwed. And this only applies when combat ends. So you'd be dead anyway. If you don't optimize the XP to get enough units promoted to tier 2 post chapter 3, 4 becomes so hard. Yeah, I didn't have anybody promoted. I had some issues. I ended up weirdly prioritizing, not even intentionally prioritizing, but prioritizing Alden. Alden ended up getting a lot of kills. The AI ended up getting a lot of kills. So it was a little bit rough. So if I move here, can I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I can't get there. It was very tough. It was down to the last turn, for sure. Honestly, the hardest thing, it wasn't even that the level was... I don't even think the level was, like, very challenging. It was still hard, but it wasn't very challenging. What made it difficult was actually the AI, the enemy AI. Once I realized how the AI was working and that they're basically going to prioritize units, assuming that this is correct. I mean, you could definitely tell me if I'm wrong about this, but that the enemy AI targets units that they can most likely kill on their attack. It meant that they were almost never attacking my units and focusing on the allies in that chapter. And so what was happening was that I was moving only far enough to pull or to try and pull 2 enemies at a time, and they would just ignore me. And so I'd kind of waste a couple spaces of movement. And so my last try, I just said, fuck it, basically, and just sent my units as far in as I could, and they just never attacked me until the very end, which is when I had a skirmish with the enemies on the right side of the map, right before the throne. And that was a little bit challenging to get through that, but that was the biggest hurdle. Super aggressively kill when possible or get close to killing. Yeah, that's what we kind of figured out towards the end. But until I realized that, it made it a little bit tougher because I was playing too cautiously. So I think I want to block this other guy off.
Let's finish this.
Oh my god, she's just critting everything.
That'll have to do.
Yep, that was pretty much it. I had a little team of Arthur, Riordan, and Cassandra go down on the left side to get the chests. Everyone else went straight up the middle, and it worked out, except for the time before I've beat it, where right in front of the final room, there were 3 enemies, and then the ally units put themselves right in between me and the enemies, and I had none of my ranged units on the top, and so I literally couldn't walk past. It was on the second to last turn, and I didn't have enough movement to get through. They blocked me. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. I'm assuming that that is enough to kill. It sure is.
It didn't have to be this way.
Yeah, that was the other thing that I messed up. I put Scimitar on Alden, and he was getting too many crits, and he was killing too many things. So I'm thinking... So this increases our dodge. Because I'm thinking we set up here. Get the kill here. God damn, more crits. Well, this is just helping us not take damage.
Getting it?
Way to make it happen.
Okay, so that's only 1 unit that can target him. I'm kind of fine with that. And so the question is, am I okay with Gwyn down here? I don't necessarily know what this is, so I'm a little nervous. But Alden is one of my stronger units. I feel like I need some strength up here. This is a little terrifying. You know what? I think with Saxon down here, I think this is more than enough. With Riordan down here, I think that's more than enough. I don't know if any other units are going to... I don't think any other units are going to spot there. Go scoot and get back to patching stuff, but hope you have fun and good luck. Hey, thank you so much. And just as an FYI, game's great. Game's great. I mean, obviously we're in the first gameplay since the demo, but love the demo and I loved replaying it again. So very happy to keep going. Yeah, so Alden I'm going to bring up here. And the thing is I can't really target... Can't really do anything here. except for like put a repulsor shield on someone. But again, I don't want to like waste my mana, so I'm just gonna wait here, which now makes it safe
Okie dokie.
for Cassandra to come up here and start healing. I'm a little bit nervous over here though. This is Scary Town. Actually, I think frick. I think because this bear's here, I think I'm just dead. Because I can't block here. She can't go. Yeah, so I think this is just a bad play. I don't think I can do that.
They will know fear.
Okay, we'll see what happens, but I don't think I can make that play.
One less distraction.
Alrighty. I got this.
Which sucks, because this was a good run. There were a lot of crits. That made it a lot easier. Okay. Yep. Just can't make that play. We realize that. We realize that. Okay, so I think what we can do is I can bring some more units up top. I don't think I need that many units down low. Right, so like this is fine. We bring that. Riordan helps out for a little bit. Right, so like this is always a fine play.
Get it done.
Which then brings us down here. We know we can do Call the Storm, which gets us the kill there. Softens these guys up. Alden can come down here for a turn. Weaken this guy and get the kill here. And then from here, we're going to play this a little bit differently, I think.
Be gone.
Okay, so Riordan, you have more defense. I think this is always still a fine play, because you can block the wolf at the top.
Damn good technique.
And I think what I'm going to do is set up here to block the tree.
I'm there.
And then we can safely kill this guy.
Here, buddy.
And then next turn we can back him off. Give us a turn to get Alden up there.
Alrighty.
So as it does put me in a bit of a weird position now with this bear.
Am I getting it?
Hold still already!
Okay, nice crit, let's go. Now, question is, do these white trees have a range 2? Because then I might have to worry. They do. Okay, but the only tile they can only actually hit from these 2 tiles. If I have a unit here, I can just tank one at a time.
Let me handle this.
Okay, you can't deal damage to me, so this is a fine attack.
Give them no quarter.
This one's mine.
That was not the time that I needed the crit. Gonna need some healing down here. Going to need some healing.
You need me? Too easy.
That's kind of a bummer though. Well, actually, can I put... No, I can't put Cassandra there because she can get hit there. So if I bring her down here... 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, it's not enough to get down there.
Okie dokie.
We'll start working our way down.
I'll
You can also get a heal here. So there's a little bit of side utility there. Okay. So, got to be wary of these 2 squares. No, sorry, it's actually just this additional square.
They're mine.
Let me think. What do I have access to here? Lunar Eve, I have a heal. I'll very likely need to heal. Unless I use his own heal. Heals for 9. That's not enough. Bleed only happens after combat, so if they're not getting attacks off, then there's no reason to put bleed on them. I could put a banner here, which then strengthens here. The potential issue with that... I gotta get these guys out of the bear range. But I need to kill the bear. And I want to be able to heal. Man, I need an attack. I need a range 3 attack. Okay, let's do this. Let's drop the banner.
Let Benji help.
Oh, shit. It's still not enough. Okay, then we'll just wait.
Steady.
They should fear you.
Orders. Way to make it happen. Orders.
And I... Oh, fuck. The tree can attack here.
I'm really picking this up.
Sweet moves.
I got this.
Speed 3, speed 7, speed 3. So they can't double me. This is still not great. This is still not great.
I'll need all the strength I can get.
Okay. Now the problem is obviously I can't heal here. And there's another freaking tree. One, two, three, four, five. I think...
I can do this.
Okay, I think I have a play.
It's over for you. We're rich.
Alrighty.
Oh, actually, this play is just better.
Let me help.
Let's see what this is. Oh, shit. Frick, dude. I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Hope this works.
Whoa.
Yeah, that just made this quite challenging. Okay, let's think about how I'm ordering things up here. So that's not nearly enough. This is the problem situation that I was saying before that I was going to get stuck in. So I could have Arthur go here, but then we're at risk of getting smacked around by this bear. I also need to take out these two. And they have crazy high defense, which does not help my squad of, like, almost no magic users.
On the path.
Pretty cool that the dev was here. Glad to see your channel getting that kind of attention. You're doing really great work for the genre. Hey, thank you, Alan. I very much appreciate that, considering I'm very new to the genre as consider, like, speaking as a creator, right? But I very much appreciate that. This level is not doing me any favors, though. This is not doing me any favors. This is kicking my butt. Hey, Mr. Bloodforge, how's it going? Up to 4. Let's see, applying 4 weak stacks for 1 attack. Damage reduced by 7. So I think we're going to have to do that within 2 tiles. So I think the idea is probably to have Zanel. God, having no defense sucks. So I think I need to heal here. I have to get Riordan out. I think my plan is to get Zanel here, reduce the damage of all of these 3 guys. Maybe that's not the plan. Maybe the plan is to kill this guy. We're only doing 25 damage. Within 3 tiles. What if I'm... So I could potentially get extra speed. How much damage is my regular attack doing here? 14, so doubling doesn't matter. Because I was thinking I could heal and then attack. I can still heal and attack. Which then opens me up to heal with Valeria. So then, like, maybe what I should be doing is putting Arthur here to attack this guy?
Yes?
Oh, man. Do you like playing text games on the highest difficulty, or have you played this game before? Well, I've played the demo before, but this is the first new mission that I've played, and I'm honestly just doing it as a challenge for myself. Because, like, I could play this on just, like, normal difficulty, or even deity difficulty, and be fine, but I'm just trying to push myself to get better. So I put you here. You gain extra fortitude, so even if, like, you would decide to attack me, you're not going to do that much. Really, just this bear is the issue. But I can heal. I can't heal in Lunar Reeve, so it would be just a regular attack. What do I have here? I have 14 damage. And if I get extra speed, I can double. We're already doubling here, so that actually might be better. Then I can bring Zanelle over here to get the kill. Right, so Arthur moves, let's see, so Arthur moves here. Heal, attack. You go here. You're fine here, get the kill. So that leaves you off the board, you a little bit weaker, you healed, and then I can't kill. But that leaves me with Valeria. So then maybe I just bring Riordan down here to keep him safe. Bring Valeria up here and poison.
Let's rock.
That's okay. Yes. I think that's what I'm going with.
Steady.
Oh, interesting. I can't even attack through this tree if I wanted to. Thanks to the explanation, I've been binging your videos due to the higher than average difficulty. Well, that's good to hear that people like the harder difficulty. I mean, like, I sometimes wonder, because, you know, it's not like I'm clearing these the first time. Like, there's definitely some trial and error. So I do wonder, you know, if people do like seeing the hard difficulty stuff, even if it's not going to get cleared the first time, like if it's going to take a couple tries. If we can get a crit here, that would be sweet and save me a lot. No such luck, though.
Be decisive. Always moving.
What if I did... Oh, you gotta be shitting me. Wait. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, I'm so glad I checked that. Hang on, I'm just redoing math here. Because if I do this... Valeria, can you do damage? Oh, frick yeah.
Orders.
So now what we do is we bring Reardon down here. You really can't attack through this? Are you shitting me? Well, that fucks this whole thing up. Completely. Oh. I'm a dumbass. Because this is safe. Yeah, because the issue was as soon as I killed this bear can now get around, which I think the bear could get around anyway. But now what we can do is have Valeria come up here. That's a frick ton of damage.
This all you got?
We poison you. Now with you poisoned, I can one-tap you. There we go.
Get them.
So,
We don't have these back home.
the potential downside here with this setup right now is that this is going to be really hard to actually get in time. And I might still be dead down here. there is that.
Let me at him.
So I am going to... I'm actually just going to second wind. Just get back to full health. Okay. So let's see how this goes. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay. That is a million times Jesus. You hit like a fucking truck. Oh, you bitch.
Yep, that was stupid. Sorry, guys.
So that memorial challenge is no fucking joke. But to be fair, I had no idea what was coming out of that.
Caliban.
That was the first time I've seen that.
Located.
Trying to find a middle ground between building classes that are interesting, thematic, or just optimal build. Started Tactics Ogre.
Pleasant surprise.
Running into that problem on hard. Tactics Ogre, sweet. Tactics Ogre. Whether I'm not sure whether you're playing the original or Reborn. I'm assuming Reborn. But yeah, that one I had some trouble with just because it's such like an old school ideology on like class building and stuff. Like the stats are not clear at all. You need like an entire freaking Wikipedia for that. Okay, how on earth am I gonna defeat? So I have to make sure that just all the everything down here is dead before I trigger this, because I have to get one of these. I'm either doing this or I'm doing this. I have a feeling that this is going to be the harder one. This meditate by the pond is just like such a weird one. 0 out of 3. So do I just sit here and meditate for 3 turns? So that means I have to get someone here in 3 turns. Which would mean that technically what I want to do is push everyone through here and kind of defend this post, but that seems really difficult to do. Here, I can at least block off a pathway. Which I suppose I could do the same. I could put the same unit here. Man, this is... Yeah, this is going to be tough. So what I might... Okay, so let's rethink this. Let's rethink this. Valeria is not doing that much up top, right? She's healing. That's basically it. So I think I would rather have her down at the bottom here. I should have taken a better look at those characters. Because what am I going to need to kill them? Might need Alden to kill them. Or, excuse me, Arthur. Maybe Arthur is just better to have up here. Or down here. And we just keep charging up his skill. Reborn. Agree on stats. First one was a learning game. I'm surprised I didn't find a video from you on it. When I played, I mean, I've only just recently started doing most of my content around tactics games. Since last summer, I've basically been all roguelites and bullet heavens. So that would be why. But I think I've played through the entire game. But yeah, that was one I never, even with how much I played it, never truly understood it 100%. Because the system is just, it's so weird. I don't know how you were ever supposed to figure out how that stat system worked. Like before the internet. Because it's, unless there's, I suppose back then it would have come with a guidebook. Whether you have to get a third-party guidebook or it comes in the box. Demonic difficulty was added last minute, so it's likely not balanced. Fair. Yeah, see the thing with the difficulties, I wish kind of like Fell Seal, while I have my gripes with Fell Seal, has like some of the best difficulty settings. I wish that I could individually change difficulty settings, so that way I could do this but just turn off the basically permadeath. Because that's what's making this really tough.
Be gone.
Hey, thank you for the super chat, Mr. Bloodforge. Thanks for your videos. Very much appreciate that. And you're welcome. Didn't realize that you only started making tactics videos. Yeah, it was one of those things where, like, I've played a couple. That's not great.
I'm there.
Okay, we can get the kill here. You know, I had played a couple because there were some roguelites tactics that I played.
Nothing's stopping me now.
And so, you know, they were on the channel, and tactics games have always kind of been, it's not even permadeath, that would let you... True. Yeah, I mean, it's literally game over, so you literally just can't have a unit die. Which is a good challenge. So then everything here I'm fine with.
Oh my. Fight as one.
God, that's so funny.
Put me in, coach.
Man, do I do this or do I just put him here? I feel like I just put him there.
I got this.
Okay, so Valyria. Okay. Let's give that a shot. Yeah, so I had played several tactics games. They weren't kind of your traditional like story based. I'm trying to think if I played like what games that I had played. But really the one that kind of flipped me, I think, was Crawl Tactics. While not necessarily, I wouldn't say like one of the best tactical games out there, it was a really nice blend between roguelite and tactics. And then, nice dodge. And then, on top of that was also Astral Throne, which was another kind of, roguelite / tactics game. So there's definitely some good ones out there. It's definitely, I think, a harder genre to make a roguelite of, just because roguelites really thrive when you can just get run after run after run, So I think like an hour is... 30 minutes to an hour, depending on game type, is like really good. A little bit longer is okay. Like Slay the Spire, like is one of the best, and that I think has a runtime of roughly an hour and a half, depending on how fast you play. Okay, so let's mark those, so I know where the trees are going. Man, I need to get Alden back up here, though. So then I think what we do... We're just going to bring him up here.
Hope this works.
Probably change the classes from what you picked. Hey, that's all right. Going back to your game, have fun. Enjoy. We get some damage off here. Crit. Crit on that 0%. Do it.
Really strong.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, yeah.
I can do this.
Okay, let's go ahead and set up our key.
Am I getting it?
That is kind of a dog shit level. Final Fantasy Tactics is kind of roguelite-ish. You can't survive a loss, but if you... Oh, Final Fantasy Tactics. That is like a whole discussion of what I want to do.
Let's let loose.
Let me see here. Man, Rodin, I would like your support up here. Can I...
Yes?
Let's keep building up our Lunar Reeve. And we actually have pretty good fortitude. So we can live a hit here pretty well. Joel, hang on to that thought. That's where I'm getting at. That's where I'm going to. Can you do a quick summary of Dark Deity 2? Don't think I've seen it on Steam before you now. Yes, I will as soon as... Oh, geez, Joel, I thought you meant thought you meant the other thing. Release this. And I was like, what? Excuse me?
I got this. Hold still for a moment.
Yeah, so Dark Deity 2 is kind of a love letter to Final Fantasy. Excuse me, I always get those names. My brain screws those names up. It's kind of a love letter to Fire Emblem, specifically the GBA games. So from, I think it's Final Fantasy, is it 6? There's Sacred Stones, and then isn't there Binding Blade and Blazing Sword? And I think it goes Binding Blade is 6, Blazing Sword 7, Sacred Stones is 8. And then you start getting into GameCube and then Wii. So this game is kind of a love letter to those games. Yeah, let's weaken you up. So it's a strategy RPG. It's very strategic. But there's there's more RPG elements in this one than there is kind of other, because like if you're going back to like the Fire Emblem on GBA, that was just more of a tactics game. There wasn't a lot of RPG elements to it from what I remember when I played way back in the day. And so this is, you can almost think of it as like chess with fantasy characters. Right? Every piece has its own strategy, just as a bishop can only move diagonally, just as a rook can move across the entire board, but only in a straight line. So too can our characters here do specific things. So for like our rangers, you know, they can only attack 2 spaces away from them as opposed to right next to them. So if you have a melee unit come up to them, they can attack without fear of being counterattacked. You know, our tanky units are defensive, but like this one, Gwen down here is my melee tank. She's very weak to magic. So everyone has their own strengths and weaknesses, and it's all about figuring out how I want to position the pieces on the board and best utilize everybody. So like, for example, here, I've locked my healer away from my tank here, which is fine, because I can't get a kill there anyway. But I want to check... It's not a great spot, because I can't really get a kill here with a Zanel, and he's going to get attacked once, twice, potentially 3 times. So if I move you over, God, the bear is rough. Bear's rough. The bears do not make this easy. I could, hang on. I have a plan. I have a plan. Did I double check this plan would work before? No, I didn't, but I'm committing. It's gonna work because it has to work. Also, write some player choice in campaign. Do you have a referral code? I do not, but thank you for asking. But no, I do not. The game is on sale right now. I think it's, what is it? Like, is it $19 down from 25? There are some choices in the game. So from what the developer said in an interview I saw, they're not like, they're impactful, but ultimately you're not going to lock yourself out from any content in the choices. You might have some units, you might get some units later. Oh, freaking A, dude.
On the path.
You might get some units later than you would, depending on which route you go. So it's not going to lock you off from anything. It might just change the order where you, that you do get some stuff. Yep. Okay. I've at least blocked my tank off from getting triple attacked. Yeah, and I don't want to do that because then he can attack me back. I can get attacked by the magic tree. That's just a whole bad can of worms. Dodge, 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 dodge. Frick. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Frick. God damn it. Gwen, please hit your shots. It doesn't matter. I'm dead. God damn, dude. This is fucking hard. Let's okay. Let's take a look here. I think I need to start looking at these rings. Maybe potentially upgrading some skills as well. Let's see. I feel like Guardian Ring is just like a solid one to go for our, especially for Gwen. And the thing is, we can move these around, I'm assuming. So if I make one, I can just move it around to whoever needs it. But this, I need something that helps offense. I need to be killing things. And there's not really anything here. What else can I get? Emerald, Ruby, Sapphire. So I don't have any Sapphire. So what can I do with Sapphire? Actually, can I even buy that? I'd have to sell a bunch of stuff. Okay, so Solitude Ring. Gain 35 actually when no bond allies are within 2 tiles. Fire magic. Nope. 25% of received damage added to your next attack. That would help us kill stuff. That's really it. Huh. And I have no elixirs. I could buy more runes. See, this is a situation where I think Gale would have helped way more than Monk, actually.
Caliban.
You...
This whole top side is so hard. So what if instead... Maybe Gwyn is just the wrong way to go about this. Maybe the right way to go about this is to, like, bring Gwyn up here and bring Alden down here. Because with Alden, I don't have to worry about the trees as much. And because of Gwyn's heavy defense, I can tackle these bears and such. So I think Saxon has to come down here. I don't think Saxon is doing anything up here. I need like all my range units up here. If I bring Arthur... I think Arthur's going to start down here, but then who else is staying down here? It's like maybe Zanelle comes down here because she can double? That would be a very big switch up.
Let's get it done. Easy target.
Good call.
So powerful.
Good call. Hope this works.
What's the reward for the pond again? It was a dagger rune. Yeah, I think this one is much harder to get. I think this one would be a lot easier on a lighter difficulty. I'm honestly not even considering going for this one. The sword one I think is potentially worth it, plus getting the 2 kills.
Good call.
Which again, I don't even think that that's necessarily going to be the hardest part of this challenge. It was kind of hard because when I activated it the first time, I had no idea what was coming out of the shrine.
Stay together.
And so it kind of caught me off guard. So I just have to clear out the animals in the trees, and then I can clear out the 2 other units. I don't think that that's really an issue. Up here is tough. And I think having one more tankier unit is going to help, because at the time I've really only been relying on Benji up here and having both Alden and Gwyn down here, so I think I'm going to split them up.
I'm there. Sick.
Brutal.
Be gone.
What faction did you pick? Yeah, I picked Southern Riders. Definitely. Definitely. Having Arthur down here would also... Anytime we spend mana, would give light block to Alden, so that's also going to help us out when we're on a tighter team composition down here.
Speak.
Surrender to hopelessness.
Oh, man, that makes this so much... Frick.
Is this the way?
It's actually still fine, because I can do this. So then I don't have to have Zanelle get the attack off here, and I can bring her down here. So up here we do have a. We're gonna have a. Well, we're gonna get you up here. Riordan's coming up here. Yeah, so we're fine.
Yep.
Really, you think the game pushes you towards Southern Riders? I don't know. How so? I just picked it because it just seemed like the most reasonable choice. I mean, I think the game actively pushes you against the like the merchants, just because they're kind of more like nobles and the guy's kind of a prick. But I could see going the church route. Okay, so, Gwyn, what are you able to do? I can get you all the way up here. Call to arms is probably the best thing. So let's go with that. $5,000 gold? I don't think we got... Oh, depending on what... I bet the rewards change if you play on demonic. I don't know if you're playing a demonic... Because I think the 3,000 gold, that's my 3,000 gold that I have now. I think that's all I got.
Speak.
This square is tough because it puts me in range of getting attacked there. Because I'm thinking if I put Riordan here, like he's safe, I can get this kill, right? Like this is lethal. What about with this? No, it's not. So I think what I would have to do is break off here. Which is potentially interesting. Now we have one spot that can funnel in. Oh, that's actually good, though, because then I can't get doubled by the range tree. And then we're just chunking them down one at a time. And then I can hit this guy with a with a magic attack, but it's not enough to kill him, and then I can't hit him with Riordan. So I would have to push him. Okay, so what we do here is we attack here. You've got to be shitting me. Oh, that makes this so much shittier.
Hold still for a moment.
Well, that didn't make this any nicer. That actually makes this a lot tougher. Are you getting achievements? I think I am. I think so. Give me a crit. Give me a crit for that awful miss. Shit.
Way to make it happen.
Now, let's take a look, see what we got here. So, Mushrooms are not good. Because I can get doubled here. So I think I'm going to set up, because I know that I can get a kill with the charged key here.
Let me handle this.
I think, Joel, I know they pushed out... Oh, that's a nice level. I know they did push out a patch today. I don't remember if that might have been one of the things that was addressed. I would check that and see if that was fixed. So Arthur comes up here. We can Lunar Reeve to get this kill. Keep charging that up. That's going to help out a lot when those sword guys come. So we can try and just one-shot them. All in here weakens the bear. Which this is great. Can't even touch us. Fantastic. And then Zanel can come over here. Monkey time? Monkey time! Let's go.
Fight as one. If this is what it takes, we don't have these back home.
Now, one of these is going to come after Saxon. Yep. Kill it, boy! Okay, now how is this top side going? This top side is the real issue. Yeah, I kind of figured that was going to happen. Okay, that sucks, but it's not awful. That's awful. That's awful. Shit. Okay, now how is this combat gonna go? Can I survive 2 of these hits? Actually, it's 3 of these hits. I think I'm dead here again. Because the third, yeah, the third bear is gonna come. So because I couldn't kill those 2. Actually, it's 2 bear. Oh yeah. I'm just dead a million times over. Oh man. Man. I'm at the point where like I don't want to drop down to Deity, but like this is getting rough. Like demonic is freaking hard. The mage tank on north? See, that's what I thought too. My big concern though is just that having Gwyn down here, there's 3. I guess this first caster doesn't really matter. Like the problem is I keep putting Benji in situations where he can get triple. Had I had him here, he would have been safe, but I need to get the kill here. I'm just like unsure. Like Valyria, I feel like is really struggling. Yeah, I totally agree. The north side is tough. Like this side isn't much of a problem because I can just stop them right here. But it's these bears that keep coming in from the top that's real tough. Like, I need a strategy to take them out. And, like, the problem is, like, the best way to do it, I feel like, is Arthur. But then I also feel like I need Arthur on the bottom. So maybe I just don't bring Arthur down low and I just keep him up top? Should be able to rely on her dodging 1 or 2 attacks. No, I totally agree she can dodge. The problem is that she's basically a healer at this point. She's just not doing any damage. These guys all have 1,000,000 defense. Except for, like, these guys. But once, like, she's useless up here. All of these guys have 1,000,000 defense. So Valeria is basically, she's basically supposed to come down here.
I'll see it done.
Moving it.
Tough map. Had to try a couple times, but Mage Shop worked for me. On Demonic, really. Huh. And so, roughly, like, did you have one person set up, like, on these mushrooms blocking? And so, did you, like, hold this point by the log? Or did you end up coming more towards the pier, Axel? Did you, like, I'm at the point where I'm not even worrying about the meditate. I think I'm just holding this position. Mage tank on the mushrooms. I guess that actually makes a lot of sense because of this guy. Skip the meditate. Yeah, it feels like it's too hard and demonic. I think that actually makes a lot of sense because that's kind of a problem for Benji. And then you have Gwyn come down low as, like, your main defending unit down here. Because really, it's just these 2 trees, and I don't really have a problem with them. And she's been fine over here taking care of these.
Let's move, people.
Okay, I'm gonna roughly use that idea. We're gonna give that a shot. I think that's a pretty reasonable change to make. Midgwen Archer. Oh, okay, that is very... Yeah, that's true. I guess that's very different from what I'm doing here. Interesting. Yeah, I guess that makes... See, I'm almost thinking of turning, like, Valyria into something.
Here, buddy!
Hold nothing back.
Moving it.
God, man, I get so worried, though, about doing that, about, like, putting her in a dangerous circumstance.
Special delivery.
So I'll just do this to get her dodge up, although I probably could have come over here to heal. Now, I actually don't want to do that. I actually want to give Arthur this kill, because I'm working up his Lunar Reeve. some point you need to move the units from north down to regroup. Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Always moving.
Wait, what are you doing? Adjacent enemies cannot use abilities. Okay, that's the first time I've run into this. So then let's do this. Let's kind of do what we've been doing. I still like the call to arms here so we can kill this bear.
Sweet moves.
It's all just a matter of time.
Hey, that one was mine.
Good call.
It's all just trial and error.
Too easy.
Coming.
Okay, so let's pull a heal off over here since she can move 1,000,000 miles an hour. And then I'm going to start bringing some units up.
Am I getting it?
Speed, defense, and mastery. All right, I'll take that. Okay, that's pretty busted. That's pretty busted. $26. We're currently doing 24, which is enough to kill that. Now, I know that Saxon can kill here with Chi. Man, these things are so freaking fast.
Let's move, people.
Let's see. I get you to 10, or I just kill you. It's 28 damage, but it... Really? I'm doing 28 damage? That does mean... Oh, man, but then that puts Saxon over here.
Let me handle this.
That miss was nice. Because this should be a kill, right? Nice.
Let's put it to good use.
Seeker seems pretty good. Is Seeker the one all the way to the left where she has like the I'm gonna call it a pointy stick, but I don't actually know what weapon type it is. Technically it says she can use axes, but it doesn't look like an axe to me.
They're mine. Be gone.
Or is Seeker the archer? Oh, frick, Cassandra? Come on. Okay, so I'm going to heal here.
Let me patch you up.
So that way I can have Cassandra come up here to the top. And now I think Riordan can pull off as well. It's bow one. Okay, that's what I thought. After I read that, I was like, no, that definitely sounds more like an archer thing. Okay, so let's mark that off. Because these two have the same range here. And unfortunately, so this is a triple threat square. All three of these units can attack this. And then I also have this. Oh, no. He can't hit here. So that's fine. So
Don't waste my time.
maybe I hex the bear? Because I think we can get this. This kill is no problem.
Hold still already!
Good man. A mnemonic, wrong class can really hurt you. Yeah, perhaps. Ultimately, there's going to be a winning combination of plays. Am I putting myself in hard mode by not knowing this game by any stretch perfectly? You know, perhaps.
I'm here, don't worry.
But it's a challenge. Yeah, see, the green spell is one that does it only work in melee range? Because there was a couple times where I was taking like magic attacks and it didn't look like it was doing anything, but I might have just missed it. But it doesn't specify anything like that. Yeah, but so what this does do is it makes this a potential target, makes all of these targets. But I suppose if I'm hexing here is less of a threat. It's not working if the unit misses. Yeah, I figured that was the case. Wizard's on range. Okay, I must just not have seen it. I gotta remember her abilities. Enemies applying 7 weak stacks up to 4 enemies within 2 tiles. Yeah, so it doesn't really do anything right now.
Be decisive.
Yeah, so I'm actually just gonna leave her here. So that way this bear can't run amok down here.
Let's let loose.
Alrighty.
Okay. If you hover over the skull units, they have different effects. Yeah, that's true. I should probably take a look at all the different skull effects. I knew those were there. It was just like I haven't checked them. So this is actually kind of fine because I'm now blocked off from any other damage here. For Arthur specifically. Okay, I see. Yeah, it's happening. It's just like it's going by very quick. Nice. God, man, I love the misses. Oh, fuck this tree up. Okay. Yeah, and like I have to remember attack supply 5 weak stacks.
I'll see it done.
Then whenever you get a kill, you get a bonus.
You sure?
So...
They're mine.
we can blast you with Arthur. You die, and then that leaves me with these two. And then I can weaken one with Valyria. Have Gwyn come in here, do damage, and then heal up Arthur?
I can do this.
Oh, god damn it, Saxon. Don't want to backseat too much? Hey, actually, you've come in at the perfect time because my rule is if we've spent 2 hours, 42 minutes, and 15 seconds on a level, you're free to backseat. Oh, look at that, 2:14:16. So we're actually a second over. So you're actually you're mighty fine to do just what you've been doing. Actual perfect timing.
Be gone. We should study this later.
Moving it.
Very specific? I'm a very specific man. I have very specific rules. Yeah, see, like here, I messed up. I should have attacked with Valyria first for the extra 5 damage. Or, excuse me, Gwyn first. Still wouldn't have mattered. When you do it with spawn units. Yeah. I found that out earlier. Okay, didn't matter because I just crit. Yeah, that was a shock to the system.
All the strength I can get.
That was not a fun time having those 2 units come at me. So that's why I'm like killing all these, because I didn't know what the challenge was. And I still had, I think, 4 animals and, well, 2 animals and 2 trees down here. And yeah, did not exactly go too well.
Yep. I'll protect you.
Yeah, definitely need well, what we can do is swap for a turn. turn 3. Or I could just start pulling down. Is that the worst thing in the world? It is a lot of turns left. But I'm thinking, like, after these two die, I think the only 2 units to spawn are the 2 that I can trigger here. So then I can start regrouping everyone up, like, start pulling them down. So if I can kill off 3 units here... the elf dude doesn't have an AoE heal. I can heal myself. Oh, this elf dude. Yes. So then I think what I would want to do... Oh, hold up. Potential big brain play. If the bear goes first... This is a big if, so it's a 50-50 play. If I leave Benji here, put Alden over here... Alden can technically go anywhere. I guess technically here is maybe better. I guess here is technically better to protect there. But a bear here protects anybody from getting through. Oh, no. He could just come down here and still attack. Okay, so there's no real difference there. I don't need that targeting. I don't need this targeting. This one's pretty easy to kill. This one's a little tougher. So I'd want to heal and attack there. Can I kill this unit, though?
Be decisive.
I'm just gonna test my damage here. Okay, so I can kill with banner. Make Kamari kill left tree. Pull the rest down, but I don't know if Kamari is safe if you do it. Yeah, that's the thing. So this bear is weakened. So he's not going to do that much damage. So I'm thinking I pull him down. Now, I always forget. Remind me here. Green versus blue. Which ones can I do? Because I think I accidentally skipped the tutorial. Which ones can I do and still attack? Or is it just everything? It's just everything but red ones. Because I need to get the heal off here. Oh, I'm also poisoned, so my stats are reduced. So I gotta get him out of combat. So there's a fine kill here. Benji, I actually don't want to push in, because then I'm taking damage from here. So I'm actually going to leave him here. Although, what that does, it means everyone can flood through, which is a little bit of a problem. But then I'm not getting tripled. So I think if I put banner down... Oh, this is tough. This is tough because they're just all gonna flood through. Is the big issue here. So I'm trying to figure out like what is the best way to go about doing this. See that this one's the concern. I'm not too concerned about the bears, but it's the third tree that's the problem. No, the tree's not going to double Benji. The problem with killing this whole side and having Benji tank, like the problem is this square, because this bear can get here and attack here, which means 1, 2, 3 hits. And even if I kill this bear, then this wolf follows up, applies bleed, that's more damage. So ideally, I think I'm killing everything here, leaving Benji here, and running Alden down. But I can't go so far. Well, actually, I can go like all the way down. That's fine. I don't think he'll kill the first bear, but I think that's fine. I kind of want someone there to body block, so that way he doesn't kill the bear and then someone comes in and attacks him again. So then I think what the plan is... Okay, I'm committing to a play here. Okay, I'm committing.
Let Benji help.
Oh, that's right. I can just do this. That actually saves me a little bit here. That saves one of my archers from getting... They can get away? Because I can't move.
They will know fear.
Okay, so I just want to double check that. I'm not going to attack from here. So what I can then do... Pull Alden down.
I'm here.
Repulsor shield. Repulsor shield. Oh, it's it's freaking horizontal. I thought it was in a line.
Let's let loose.
They will know fear.
It changes? Right. I know it's up in, like, I know I can get him up here to heal. But then the problem is now I can't kill both of these. Unless I put him here, but then I'm in range of a bunch of hits, so I have to put him here. Because Rodin can't get that kill. And he also can't get this one. So that's just leaving another bear in. Because I was hoping I could get him down here to kill here and heal here. That's the question. Yeah, that's true. I can't leave two. I think the issue is if I put... Well, you have more defense. So what is worst case scenario if Kamari is here, Riordan is here, Zanel gets this kill? What would worst case scenario be? This bear can no longer get a kill. So this bear... Riordan's at full health, it's fine. So worst case is then coming in to attack Kamari. Which then blocks off this tile. And then there's only one more melee tile and one range tile? So I don't think that's actually that bad. I think that's actually fine.
Fight as one. We don't have these back home.
They will know fear. Don't disappoint me.
Here, buddy.
Give them no quarter.
Okay. Let's see what happens. That's all I can do. I think that's the best play, given my position there. I think. Yeah, so 4 attacks on Ben? Oh, is it? No. He can only take 3. Because he only has 2 sides exposed, plus a range attack, and no one can double him. Oh, shit. Yeah, if they do this. Oh, no. But this one went after Kamari. I guess let's see what the other bear does. Oh yeah, they're just all gonna. So the question is, does the tree go after Kamari? Okay. I think we made it out of the turn. We made it out of the turn. And I have access to a lot of healing. So who can actually get up to help? So Cassandra can get up there to help. Valyria can get up. Yeah, so if I can kill them and block this, then we're good. But I got to get through this chunk. So let's think. Let me just check my damages. Number one priority is mage tank on the mushroom spot. Are you dead? You think I'm dead if I don't do that? Really? Oh, just because they can all pass through? I mean, I don't think that's really going to be a problem.
Oh, yeah.
If he misses, that's a freaking problem. But I could always do another heal here. We'd be bleeding, but we'd at least be healthy enough to take this hit. And then... yeah, I get that we have 4 more turns, but the thing is, like, nobody's up here, so it's not like we're going to get swarmed from here, and there's no other casters here. So if I can set up one unit here that's really tanky, they're not going to be able to get through. I'll be able to hold them off. And then I can potentially take care of this after I'm all set down here. Good call. I mean, yeah, assuming he would take 4 damage. Right? Even if he doubled, even if this worked that I bled for each attack, I would still take 6, and I would go to 1. But yes, I will definitely be careful of that. You will definitely be getting healed. I think he takes 3. So I think if we take Valyria, we can heal here. The question, so Kamari is taking out the tree. That's like his easiness. That's what he's good for, right? And then I think what I'm going to be doing... I'm going to need to heal Zanel. So, I think a reasonable play is to bring Zanel here, triple heal. So first, let's see, first, Cassandra up here. Reach far left bear. If this guy was dead... then yes, but I think Benji needs to take out this bear to get up here. I don't think this bear is actually much of an issue this turn. Because I think... okay, so let me talk through this plan and see if you guys find any flaws with it. I would bring Cassandra up here to heal Kamari to get him in a safe spot. Then bring Zanel... oh, yeah, he can definitely kill that. So Zanel comes over here. She's not going to do much this turn. But then Kamari heals all the squad. She would get a full heal. Alden would get a full heal, so he's not going to get bleed. Benji would, unless I use second wind first. Because then what I can do, then we're at full health. We attack the bear, kill the bear. Alden is now able to move up here and hold the line. So that's all 4 of these units. Riordan is then able to kill this bear.
I'm there.
Let's make sure. He has a 100% chance to kill that bear. That leaves this unit and this unit. Arthur does not have enough mana to Lunar Reef. Frick. I mean, Arthur can still do good damage to the bear. What if we sped up Arthur? That's not enough. And I can't outspeed this thing. But then it's bear against Riordan. Riordan's already lived 1 hit. Can kill the left low HP bear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's fair. Which then gives us a move with Riordan.
Orders.
How does he stack up here? And then we can bring Arthur up here, kill the wolf, which leaves the bear, but I'm not too scared about the bear, actually. Yeah, I'd have to move her down here. I'd actually probably move her down here just to be super safe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he can tank this for a turn. Because this will be dead, this will be dead, this will be dead. We can move up. So, does order matter how I do this? Oh, I don't even have enough for second wind. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Can I overpower and attack in a turn? So, I think we're always doing this. Right, we're just always doing this.
We don't have these back home. Coming.
Don't remember. Yeah, I know. I missed that part of the tutorial. Which abilities you can use. I think it's just the red ones that end your turn. I think blue and green are fine.
Happily.
Actually, they have to be, because I've been using Aura Wave. Right, and so I'm thinking I apply Vulnerable here. Just as a way to use mana, I guess. Actually, does it matter? It would help out this.
A taste of true power.
I'll protect you.
I almost attacked before healing. But again, I don't think it would have killed me. Actually, no, that would have mattered because he could have killed me on the crackback.
Whoa.
Put me in, coach. Benji Blast!
Hang on, I want to check something here. Oh, it doesn't even matter. Oh, but I can. Okay, no. We're fine. We're fine. Okay, well that's pretty handy.
Sweet, sweet gains.
Yeah, those were pretty sweet, not gonna lie.
You need me? Too easy.
Now I can make him do less damage, so he's less of a threat. If I don't just... Yeah, I can't kill him. Oh, wait. No. The idea was that Arthur was going to come up here and kill, right? But now am I... Oh, no. I can't do that because then it opens him up to kill here.
Oh my.
Okay, I need to heal Saxon. You can't do anything anyway.
We need to move.
Oh my god, okay. We're getting through it. We're getting through it.
I can do this.
Right, I don't have my key anymore. Oh, you can't even touch me. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point.
You sure?
I mean, there's a chance he dodges, right? Yeah, I think you're right about that. I think I acted too hastily. Yeah, I think I acted too hastily. I wasn't even considering the fact that that opened up. Well, there's always a chance we dodge. Or the bear's an idiot. Or the bear is just a fucking moron. Holy Christ. Hang on. I need to take a drink. Jesus. Okay. Let's not frick this up. I'm actually a little bit scared about doing this, though. But I think once I activate it and just run this way, I can probably just, like, one-shot them. Oh, I'm not expecting any maps to get easier. The funny thing is, I don't think I actually have to beat the shrine. I just have to accept it. But I think they have loot. I should have remembered. I should have checked if they have loot. Dagger and a sword rune. Yeah, I mean, I do want those. So if I summon them this turn, if they move up, then I have 3 turns to kill them. Or I summon them in turn 6, then I have 2 turns to kill them. So I think I'm going to wait a turn. Because if I wait a turn, I'll have, first of all, more mana. That's also 1 less turn, so if I don't kill them, I don't have to survive quite as long with them running around. Reflect Bleed Rune on Alden is going to help you a lot with every map. I will definitely keep that in mind. I have, like, no info on build. Like, obviously, I don't really have any info on builds.
I'll protect you.
And I definitely don't mind help with building at all. So we can take care of this bear pretty easily. Like, you're hitting us, but not for much. No one's really doing a whole lot of damage to us. I really just want to make sure that I have mana. Yeah, bear definitely has to die, for sure.
Be decisive.
And if we can do it while getting gold.
Fight as one. The wield stands
I think if I left it as is,
strong.
I would have it in the bag. The question, the random factor is down here. Whether this is going to screw me up or not.
Steady.
And so I think that I'm going to prep Benji down here to be able to get some banners.
Let me patch you up.
If I have to.
And just to make, like, quadruple freaking sure that he's safe, I'm putting him in the middle.
Right.
Oh, they're coming from the top. I didn't realize that. Okay, so let's accept this. So of note, they have no rewards. So that should definitely wait until turn 8. It is more XP though, and I'm a little bit behind on XP, so we'll take that into consideration. So this one always makes a double attack. This one always attacks first. Luckily, Gwen's safe. Okay, so I have to prep for this range, which is kind of tough. This one always attacks first. So let's draw you up.
Time to ride.
$12, $6. So we're already doubling. So I put you here. Wait, yeah. So I put you here. This one's probably going to come up here to attack Saxon, which is fine. This one is a little bit obnoxious because he does magic. They all do magic damage. So I think as long as I pull him up, I put a banner down and I just like range them to death. Have Arthur get a big hit in. Yeah, it is magical.
I can do this. Let me handle this.
But this one can't attack here. So we're only getting attacked once here. Yeah, we're going to start getting attacked from two sides. But I think I can still hold this. Just let me think for a second about how I want to set this up.
I got this.
So I'm going to be able to use you to reduce stats. So let's get you prepped.
Yep.
Let's make sure to get our heals. Yeah, I don't really trust that to be I could. But the thing is, Saxon already crazy outspeeds. Like he's gonna double. Demtrick, about to start a playthrough. I've played through a ton of Fire Emblem but never played Dark Deity. Would you recommend Demonic for my first playthrough? Well, to answer your question, Demtrick, I've been streaming for 3.5 hours, and so far we've been playing the same chapter the entire time. So take that for what it's worth. It is really tough, but it's fun and rewarding. So, like, what if I did this? Is there... The only reason to do this, I suppose, is I would get a double... I would get an attack here. This is chapter 5. Yes, first one after the demo. Because these two guys can't attack this square. That would get Kamari here, get a kill. We could set up a kill for here next turn. Arthur, I can prep. Actually, Arthur should probably get this kill, right? He's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But he's not going to have enough mana to do it twice. Why am I worried about killing that guy? I'm not, but it protects Alden's back. And Kamari still has a bunch of HP, and he's only taking 1 attack from this guy. These guys can't reach him.
We need to move.
So we hold here, depending on... I want to hold my archers here, depending on which side I need them on. I think I'm set. And I don't know which of these is going to come at me. So I think I just got to wait. I think I'm set. Knock on wood. Like, that's huge. I get massive damage on this guy. He's annihilated. Right? I just got to make sure I get the right attacks, but the other one should be toast. This right side is not a problem at all. This tree is going to die. Maybe not this turn, unless I get a crit. I mean, Kamari is a... Oh my god, Kamari. Holy shit. He fears no tree. Yeah, like, I have this to deal with, but I mean, I really don't think, like... The fact that he just dodged all those, like, the bear is no longer scary. And I have the archers to take care of this. Like, 1 HP is really fine. So, like, for example, so you have 42 HP, right? So we... Hang on. I keep forgetting that this doesn't... So this does 37. I am just... Never mind. I'm not even gonna consider that an option. Right? So we blast this guy away. We can kill him with pretty much anybody. Saxon kills here, right? Saxon smokes there.
It's time.
Or do I want to get this kill?
I'll do it. Be gone.
%. What do we have for odds here? 109 to kill on the first shot. I'm like quintuple checking this. You know what? This is maybe the stupidest thing that I've done. But I literally want to make sure that this is the most, like, you literally can't fuck this up. Because she terrifies me. Like, if she gets breathed on, she dies.
Time to ride.
This class, as shit as they just looked there, because they died very fast. This class had better be in the game. Somebody is becoming that class. I don't care who it is. It had better be in the game because I want it and I want it now. And so what that does is that opens up our archers to mess these guys up. Unfortunately, can't get the kill there. Can't get the kill there either. Perhaps what I should have done, actually, I'm not sure that it's going to matter, but just in case, I probably should have gotten the kill with Gwyn. Because Saxon is closer up here and moved him up here to help.
I'll see it done.
Because otherwise she's not doing anything this turn. As we are not either. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to put down a banner here.
Stand together.
Okay, is it crazy to send Cassandra to get this kill? Is that silliness? Are we talking silliness? Because my thought is if she gets this kill, I can then attack the bear with Zanel.
Let's let loose.
Because depending on how much damage I can do here, like I can do something like this. As long as I can get 9 damage on the bear. Right, but I don't think she is. So if I put her here to attack here... then the idea is that Riordan comes up here, gets the initial damage off here, Kamari comes here, kills the bear, and then it's just this unit? And then he can either attack Riordan... or come around here because I'd have Zanel down here. And Zanel can actually weaken this guy so he does less damage, which I would probably do since she can't get the kill. Speed on the wolf is 12.
On the path. Coming.
But what is the plan if she misses? Oh, actually, the plan if she misses, the wolf will double cast. No, the wolf won't be able to get to cast. 2, 3, 4. Because if I put Zanel here, that blocks off this side. Can't pass through here. Riordan ends up here. And even then, worst case scenario is that Alden pulls into here. Because these guys are still blocked. They can still only do one attack here.
Alrighty.
I mean, she's got an axe. What am I going to do with her if I'm not sending her to cut down a tree?
Well done.
One less distraction.
On the path. Fight as one.
So now he does less damage. Hold up. So why is it that now I can't attack? Because this is a blue ability. There's some inconsistencies here that I need some answers to.
You need me?
And even then, to play it super safe, we blind him. Which again does open up Benji, but we're still in a situation. Yeah, we're still in a situation they can only get one unit through here. So now at this point, I guess I'm just going for XP, right? Does the enemy get a turn? I think the enemy gets a turn, right?
Let me help.
They're mine.
So let's see here.
Think you can take me? I can feel something.
Oh, yeah, Arthur, you deserve that one, buddy. You deserve that one. Well, I don't want to kill. Perfect.
Hold nothing back.
Let me at him!
You know what? I really don't want to mess with
They will know fear.
Benji doing anything weird with magic damage, so
Don't waste my time.
Good call.
nope. Not worth. Well, we can do this. Now it's slightly more worth.
Let me at him!
Can't do anything there. Right, you can only weaken.
I've got your back.
Let me handle this.
Charge up.
Oh, yeah!
All right. There Hang on. I'm not going to speak. A meteor could drop from the sky. We don't know. They're still going for it. They could chain kill us.
I've still got a lot to learn.
Alden. You stupid idiot.
Bear witness. Such is the might.
Axel, that one goes out to you, bud. That was all you calling Alden at the top. Way to go. Way to go. Nice call. That was tough. Man, Kamari really did kill it there. Get the bleed ring for Alden. I will definitely take a look at that. That being said, okay, I went a little over what I expected to. But that's okay in terms of time. But holy Christ. That was stressful. Joel deserves credit too. Absolutely. Axel, you gave me the big piece of advice, but Joel definitely. Everyone here deserves some credit.
Thank you, travelers.
All right, let's take a listen to the story.
Apologize for the greeting you received. It is an
But that was a good tip. That was a good tip.
These beasts. Theirs was no natural rampage. This must be related to the wards.
You know of the wards?
We do. That's what we came here to investigate.
We're the Order of Eternals. We're here in search of an elf called Kamari that we might offer our aid.
Then your search is over, for I am the one called Kamari. If you know aught of the wards, then you will tell me.
Of course. After you tell us what's going on with this blood feud.
You are not in a bargaining position, human. I said you will tell me. It was not an offer for negotiation.
Not to worry. I will explain the situation if he will not.
Hey, at least one of them's nice.
Indeed. You will accompany us to the home of my tribe, the Kaba. There, we will tell of all we've learned, as will you. The Kasaba, too, will be granted safe passage. Stray from the path we set if you dare. We will not come for your corpse.
We thank you for your, generosity.
You may stay near to the Kasaba if you wish. We will guide you should you lose your way.
Much appreciated.